Over the last couple weeks, the weather has completely changed here in the Pacific Northwest. As you can see, we are now full on into fall, into off-season mode. And you know what? I'm not totally mad about it. In part because I've got a bunch of things that I'm excited to go out and use on the course that I just can't use in the summer. So today I'm sharing with you my top 5 winter, fall, off-season essentials for the golf course. These are the things that are going to keep you warm, they're going to keep you dry, and they're going to keep you comfortable throughout those off-season rounds. So let's not waste any time, let's jump right into it. Number 1 comes from a brand that completely caught me off guard, and that is this. This is the Forrester's rain gear, and I am so shocked at how good this is. So if you're not familiar with Forresters, they were a big outerwear brand in like the 70s and 80s. If you grew up in the Pacific Northwest, there was a good chance if it was pouring down rain, you were probably wearing Forresters. Well, the same team that revitalized Jones golf bags also owns the right to Forresters, and a few months ago, they brought it back. In a recent video, we talked about their excellent range hoodie, which I think is the best golf hoodie to actually go out and play golf in. But what I might like even more than that hoodie is their rain gear. So the reason I think I'm so surprised by this is that when you have a new brand, generally I've found it takes a few seasons for them to get the fit right, get the materials right. Very rarely do companies just nail it right out of the gate. Well, with this rain gear, Forrester's nailed it right out of the gate. So first off, this thing is fully waterproof. So it's triple lined, it's 3L, so this is like the most waterproof material you are going to get in outerwear. All the zippers are taped. The cut is tapered in a way so that you can actually swing a golf club, which I've found sometimes golf jackets can get a little too bulky and make it tough to swing. Not the case here. And I think more than anything else, it just looks good. Forrester's right now is hitting like this perfect blend of a nod to history and more modern and kind of hitting that like streetwear vibe, and I really like the way this looks. Both the jacket and the pants just work so well, and I've been finding myself being like, yeah, come on, Rain, let's go. I've got this, I'm gonna be good to go. One other thing that I like is it's a pullover, so it's kind of a half zipper, and then instead of zipping all the way down, it's got this wind blocker right here. So even when it's zipped up, you have this extra layer of protection behind the zipper so that if wind's blowing directly into you, it's not going to like seep through the seams and get cold. You've got that extra wind blocker, which is gonna help keep you that much more insulated. Finally, I think the biggest surprise with this is just the value. So it's not cheap. So this jacket is $398. The pants are around $350. So for the full setup, you're looking at like 750 bucks. But you look at the Z2000 from Zero Restriction, you look at anything from Galvin Green, those are gonna be up in the like $600 range just for the jacket. So even though it's not the cheapest rain gear, from a build quality perspective, in my experience, it's been just as good as stuff from those other brands, but it's doing it for quite a bit less money. Plus you get the cool factor of a brand new brand that a lot of people are hyped on. So right now, Forrester's rain gear, I'm a fan. All right, so next on our list, we have the true Linkswear Ascent shoes. So you may not remember this. Back in the day, Nike had a shoe called the Air Bandit. That was their like full-on weatherproof golf shoe that you could basically wear in any weather and it would keep your feet dry. I don't know why they discontinued that shoe. Maybe it was too niche of a product for a big brand like Nike. Well, True is now picking up that torch and running with it. So True Linkswear, they are known for their kind of all-day golf gear. The stuff you can wear on the course, off the course. It's definitely got more of a casual style, and I am a big fan. Well, they just dropped their new Ascent shoe, and it is awesome. So essentially, this is like a do-it-all weatherproof golf shoe. It is fully waterproof. You can wear it on the course, you can wear it on the trails, you can wear it to the gym. So similar to some of their other shoes, it's not necessarily just a dedicated golf shoe, but it's something you can wear no matter what you are doing in the outdoors this winter. So honestly, I was a little bit concerned considering you're going out in like sloppy, muddy, wet weather in something that isn't a dedicated golf shoe. But after going out and playing around in sloppy, wet, muddy weather, I found these things actually held up much better than I thought they would. So I only lost traction twice during that round. Both times it was super minor when I was trying to swing out of my shoes, but throughout the entire round, stability was better than I expected, comfort was better than I expected, and most importantly, my feet stayed bone dry throughout the round. So to have a shoe where I can say, you know what, I'm not gonna be precious with this. We're gonna go out in the mud. We're gonna get these dirty. We're still gonna go hiking. I live in the forest. There's hiking trails all over the place. I'm still gonna go and take these shoes out even in the winter when it's cold, when it's yucky out. To have a shoe like that, honestly, it's great, and I've liked these shoes a lot more than I expected to. So the only real downside I have with this is they have 3 colorways. They have a black and then 2 different versions of white. And if you're gonna be having a shoe that's gonna be like going out in the mud and kind of meant to almost get dirty, those white ones are going to get dirty fairly quickly, but I have found that so far they've been pretty easy to wipe off and keep clean. This shoe retails for 199 bucks, but you can use the coupon code BE15, which is going to drop it down to just under $170, which is by no means an inexpensive shoe, but for a shoe you can wear in the off-season of the golf course, as well as for any other off-season outdoor adventures and activities, I think that's a pretty good value. Considering this is a brand new shoe, I don't know if we're going to see any significant discounts during Black Friday after this, but if you're watching this in November and December, definitely keep an eye out to see if that price drops any lower. Next up, we have this. This is the Zero Restriction Future Vest. Now, I haven't typically been a vest guy up until the last couple of years, but now I've found myself, especially in the off-season, turning to vests more than jackets just because it makes it that much easier to shed layers as you start warming up, as things get a little bit warmer, as the weather changes. I've just really found myself liking the versatility. So now I've got like 8 or 9 different golf vests, but this season, the one I've been turning to the most is this. This is the Future from Zero Restriction. The thing that I like about it is not only is the fit great, but it just regulates temperature so well. If I'm cold, it feels like it's warming me up. If I'm hot, it feels like it's helping to cool me down. It's not too bulky. It's very easy to pack away in my bag when I don't want to use it anymore. But especially in the black colorway, I found it to be the right balance in terms of style. It's not too overly athletic and outerwear looking, but it's also not too buttoned up and too dressy. So I've been able to wear it in a number of different situations. I wore it during many rounds during my recent Nova Scotia trip. I paired it with the Redvanly Larkin hoodie on a recent 3-day fly fishing trip. And then every round that I've played over the last couple weeks here in Portland when the weather has been, well, a little suspect, this has been the vest that I've been going for. Now, this is not a cheap golf vest. It retails for around $400, but you can use the code BREAKING, which is going to knock 20% off. So that's going to make it a lot more manageable, but also keep an eye out for Black Friday sales as well as the Zero Restriction deals page. So on that page, they tend to have a lot of things that are listed at up to 50% off. You can then often use the coupon code on top of that to get things for significantly off their MSRP. So this is something that I've just been going back and looking at a couple times a week to see what's been popping up because I've found a lot of good deals that honestly I'm pretty excited about. So while yes, no doubt this is an expensive vest, but it can also do a little bit of everything. But between that code and some of the sales I suspect are probably coming during Black Friday, I think you're gonna be able to find it for a lot less. Okay, next up, I mentioned this in a recent video, but I just keep coming back to it, so I'm gonna mention it again, and that is the G4 double knit quarter zip. This is the quarter zip I have been reaching for. This is the quarter zip I have wanted for a long time. It is so warm. If you go out and you're playing in like 45, 50 degree weather, this thing is perfect and it never feels too bulky. It never gets too warm. And also if things start to get heat up, I've never gotten overheated in it either. So this is one of those pieces that I got and I was like, oh yeah, it'll be like a regular quarter zip. I'm not necessarily expecting a whole lot out of it, but I've got more golf gear and more golf apparel than I know what to do with. And this is the piece that I keep reaching for. I've got a handful of nicer like merino wool or cashmere quarter zips, which I love, but when you're on the golf course, sometimes you want something that's gonna be, I don't know, a little bit more bulletproof. If I wear that and I get hot and then I put it in my bag, then I'm afraid it's gonna get all wrinkly and I'll have to go dry clean it. This G4 quarter zip, it's a performance material. I found it very easy to wash. It's not too bulky, so it's just lower maintenance than some of those more expensive and nicer quarter zips. So this one retails at $265. There's a coupon code you can use below that will drop 10% off of that. But as with everything else I've mentioned here, definitely keep an eye out for holiday sales because it wouldn't surprise me if we see that drop quite a bit. Hey, real quick, you know this already, but if you click any of the links, if you use the coupon codes, I will get a commission. I honestly, genuinely do not care if you buy any of these things or not. I'm just doing my best to share with you the things that I'm personally excited about and giving you my real life experiences in using them. So if you are looking for any of these particular types of products, hopefully you have found them helpful. Hopefully in some cases you are able to save some money. And if you get value out of this, then using those codes, clicking those links, it helps me out and allows me to continue making review videos like this for you. So take all that for what it's worth, and let's jump back to the video. And finally, we have these. These are the Redvanly Calvin Chinos, and they are my current favorite golf pants. Now, unlike a lot of the other products I mentioned in this video, which are really built for cold weather, wet weather, things like that, these are going to be more of like your mild winter pants. So the thing I love about them is compared to a lot of other performance pants, they just look like chinos, but they feel like sweatpants. As with every other bottom that Redvanly makes, they are pull on, which sounds weird until you try them. Just having this elastic waistband, if you need to like tuck in your pants like quickly on the course, whatever, it just works so well. And I found these to kind of be my go-to pants right now if you're just kind of trying to like dress it up a little bit. If you pair them with more of like a traditional classy golf shoe like a G4 Gallivanter or a FootJoy Tri-Joy, it just really is a good look, and I found myself turning to them time and time again. If I'm heading out on a golf trip and I need to have a nice pair of golf pants for the course, but also have a pair of pants that I can wear out to a nice dinner, these are the ones I'm currently reaching for. Don't get me wrong, these days every brand has their own kind of like hybrid golf pant that you can do that with. These are just the ones that I'm currently excited about and that I'm currently turning to. I will say they are not going to be the best best for wet weather. A lot of times with golf pants, you'll have like that slight moisture wicking capabilities. These are definitely softer. They are definitely not going to have that. So if you know it's going to be a little bit wet out, then I might look for another pair. But if you're having one of those like cold, crisp fall rounds of golf, these pants are absolutely perfect. And best yet, you can use the code BREAKING80. It's going to save you 10% on this. And again, as with everything else, keep an eye out for Black Friday sales. So there you go. Those are 5 of the things that I'm most excited about wearing for this winter season. All of these things I mentioned are fantastic products. All of these things perform really well. And if none of these, for whatever reason, really do it for you, feel free to drop a comment. I've reviewed plenty of pants and quarter zips and rain gear and all of the things. And so if you're looking for other alternatives, I'll do my best to help you out. With that, my name's Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here at Breaking 80, where we talk about cool golf products and cool golf courses. If you got some value out of this, maybe consider subscribing, drop a comment, give this video a thumbs up, all the things. And if you're trying to figure out what to watch next, I would go take a look at this video right here. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.